Hi, we've got something a little bit different for you this week. This is the CF Moto 650 NK. Now, if you're not familiar with the CF Moto moniker, then you're not alone. They've been making quad bikes, ATVs, and small capacity motorcycles in China for quite some time. This is their first real foray into the Western world's big sport motorcycle. Now, rather than starting from scratch, if you like, and building up a motorcycle and seeing what it goes like and how it's accepted by the marketplace, a close look at this, there's no denying that it is based on a certain model. Imitation being the ultimate form of flattery, then the biggest fan of the ER6N design team is obviously based in China. Now at both ends it runs Kayaba suspension. The front's non-adjustable, the rear is preload. The front's a little bit on the soft side. When you're pushing it hard, can tie itself into knots, but it's well on par for the course. Very familiar feeling, obviously. Fairly familiar sound as well. It's a little bit raspier, and with that engine layout, it's 180-degree crank. Its design is very similar to, again, the model it was made after. 70 horsepower, 62 newton meters of torque, so its numbers are fairly much on par with an earlier model Kawasaki ER6N. The fuel injection is Italian made. It's kind of noisy, which is a little bit disconcerting for a little while. Works fine, maybe not quite as crisp as the latest models. It's Euro 3 compliant. There's a LAMS legal version coming as well. The reliability, I mean, they've been making bikes for a long time over there. They probably are someone that we need to start taking seriously nowadays. With the price, it's a little bit of a compromise compared with the Japanese equivalents as far as finish, but it's a staggeringly good first attempt. Now, if you have any issues about origin, it might be a good time to look back a wee bit on history of motorcycling and think about when the Japanese bikes were considered cheap, unacceptable by those who thought it had to be English or American to be any good. And history says that wasn't such a smart idea. The CF Moto 650 NK is possibly the first model to come out of China that's going to have the mainstream guys looking and going, okay, we need to address this. Seriously, they all are. Not all your Japanese brands are fully made in Japan anymore. All your big players have small commuters that are price sensitive. They're extremely good value for money. This makes me think that you'll see the big players making some basic, simple motorcycles, a little bit like this, no frills, nothing too fancy, and pushing the price down to compete with the Chinese head on. The losers, hopefully there won't be any. The winners will probably be the motorcycling world, because you'll have lots of people getting into motorcycling because it's cheap, it's affordable, and hopefully that's going to be a good thing. So there you have it, $7,995. It's a parallel twin, 8-valve, 650cc motorcycle. It's 193 kilos dry, so it's right in amongst its class. It's a new name, it's a new player.